When we think of the word hero, we think of the superheroes that we see in movies and comic books, like Superman or Batman. However, in our history, there have been people that have shown courage, selflessness, passion, and bravery that we can point to and think of as a hero in a human way. A hero can be someone that changes the world and is a great leader, like Abraham Lincoln, or someone that you know that personally goes above and beyond, like a parent or sibling. A hero of mine goes by the name of Christa McAuliffe. Christa McAuliffe was born in Boston, Massachusetts on September 2, 1948. She grew up loving school and had always looked at things with a sense of imagination. She finished high school and continued her studies, getting her degree in American History and English in 1970. She then got a job as a junior high school teacher. Christa married her high school sweetheart, Stephen McAuliffe, and in 1976 gave birth to her first son, Scott. She continued her education by getting another degree in education in 1978. She then moved to New Hampshire for a new teaching job and gave birth to her second child, Caroline. In the year 1984, President Ronald Reagan announced the Teacher in Space project that NASA created to give great teachers a chance to go into space. McAuliffe applied for the program with 11,000 other applicants. In her application, she said she wanted to combine her abilities as a teacher with going into space. Going into space was an early fantasy for her. She was the first teacher chosen for the project. McAuliffe had created lesson plans for the trip that would show students the inside of a space shuttle and how much technology they would be using in space. After she was accepted, she had a difficult training period that lasted over a year. The only time she was able to go home was on holidays. After a few delays having to do with the weather, the Challenger, the space shuttle, Christa, and 6 other educators that were chosen finally took off on January 28, 1986. The nation, including McAuliffe's family and students, watched proudly. 73 seconds after liftoff with an altitude of 48,000 feet, the Challenger exploded and killed every person on board, including Christa McAuliffe. The shuttle was affected by the cold weather that morning. The nation watched as something that was so amazing burst into flames. After the tragedy had sunk in, President Ronald Reagan addressed the country. I know it is hard to understand, but sometimes painful things like this happen. It's all part of taking a chance and expanding man's horizons. The future doesn't belong to the faint-hearted. It belongs to the brave. Christa McAuliffe received a Congressional Space Medal of Honor and had many things named after her in her honor, such as a planetarium in Concord, an asteroid, and a crater on the moon. Framingham State College also created the Christa Corrigan McAuliffe Center that would carry on her legacy. Christa's bravery and dedication to helping our world grow is a true example of heroism.